of India, distinguished audience, ladies and gentlemen. Grateful to be here on the National Press Day, a day dedicated to celebrating the freedom of the press and the vital role it plays in our democracy. It was on this day in 1966, Press Council of India started functioning as a moral watchdog to ensure that the press maintained the high standards expected from this powerful medium and also ensure that it was not fettered by the influence or threats of any extraneous factors. It is the moral duty of the media to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. In fact, it is responsibility of everyone connected with the media, be it journalists or owners of newspapers and other forms of communication, to be truthful. It is in their self-interest to be credible and trustworthy. Time media realizes that their audience is turning away from them. A hard reality, a writing on the wall. This writing on the wall should be clear to all concerned that fake news, deliberately fed wrong and mischievous information, political ambitions and preferences, tendency to play power brokers and monetary considerations have eroded the people. Actually, the expression fake news has never been heard so loudly. It has never resonated in our ears that significantly with high decibel as it is these days. Credibility is the biggest challenge that the media is facing today. I put it as existential challenge to the media. It is surprising that this aspect is being blissfully ignored in some quarters. Over the years, press, or I should say, whole journalism landscape has evolved and expanded. The expansion has been geometric. Today, along with print media, we have digital media, television media, and social media. Media fraternity has been able to adapt to the immediate technological and social economic changes and navigates through multiple challenges brought about by these changes in the ecosystem. Friends, recent technological advancements and innovations like artificial intelligence and ChatGPT have presented unique challenges before us, combined also with opportunities. This year's theme is both timely and essential: media in the era of artificial intelligence. You have one of the best minds as keynote speaker to reflect on this. In a world where information and communication are changing rapidly, it is vital for us to understand the profound impact of artificial intelligence upon our media landscape. The media has always been a cornerstone of our democracy, serving as the fourth estate, the guardian of truth and accountability. It has been a beacon of information, a voice of the voiceless, and a watchdog of those in power. The advent of artificial intelligence has transformed the way we receive and consume news, information, and entertainment. Artificial intelligence has become an integral part of our daily lives. This is compounded, I may indicate to you, by disruptive technologies that are taking control of our system. Artificial intelligence-driven algorithms now curate personalized content for each individual, making it easier for people to access the information they want. Artificial intelligence has the potential to streamline the news production, process, enhance storytelling, and even personalize content to individual preferences. This is double-edged weapon. However, it also brings its own set of challenges and ethical questions, such as the spread of misinformation and at nuclear speed. Deepfakes, creation of echo chambers, and micro-targeting of information to influence the democratic process and create chaos and instability in the societies. Artificial intelligence also has the potential as unruly horse of dramatically alter the employment remark, introduction of artificial intelligence anchors and language models which are able to write media reports after collecting and collating information from multiple sources. This is threatening jobs of hundreds and thousands. Facing these challenges and responsibilities, they are together. Challenge to the journalism comes with responsibility. Journalists and media professionals have expanded, requiring an even greater commitment to the principles of truth, accuracy, and accountability. Media organizations and media professionals must be doubly careful and alert before disseminating any information. The ground reality today is indeed alarming and worrisome. The check takes place much after the damage has been done. I think the role of editors has become even more challenging and important as they now have to act as a gatekeeper and remove any false and doctored information before it poisons the sea of information. You have to engage into reality check on this, whether this is being done or not. I leave it to your wisdom to assess the current situation. Though artificial intelligence has the potential to harm, we must acknowledge that this technology is here to stay. This is one technology in respect of which concerns have been raised from the top in technological world for regulation. But one thing is certain, it will stay with us. We have to adapt, regulate, and deal with it. We must adapt to the changing landscape, employing the transformative potential of artificial intelligence as a tool to improve our capabilities while also safeguarding against its misuse. You will have the good fortune to hear a brilliant mind to reflect on this when keynote speaker Amitabh Kant takes the floor. Our responsibility remains steadfast to provide the public with reliable, unbiased, and fact-based information via real-time reporting. This responsibility is being discharged more in the neglect, and that must stir our conscience as to where the fourth pillar is heading and how the fourth pillar is weakening itself. I would like to emphasize the need for responsible and ethical journalism in the age of artificial intelligence. While the great diversity of Bharat mandates giving space to plural perspectives, constructive journalism needs to also focus on social cohesion. There are times and areas where media can play healing touch. Media can be soothing. But those occasions are such that media has missed the opportunity and engaged into painful, pernicious sensationalism. It is paramount that journalists and media outlets uphold the highest standards of integrity. I don't wish to take this very well-informed audience. We have tapes that suggest to what extent the system was permeated with most unethical practices. Fact-checking I hope it is there. Source verification and maintaining editorial independence are more important than ever. If a newspaper in Telangana could publish that Vice President Twitter handle carries fake photographs of parliamentary committee, the news 100% wrong. Where is fact checking? How can anyone go to the extent of demeaning the second highest constitutional office of this country and then walk into the chambers only to say, I'm sorry? These occasions do not call for indulgence. They call for exemplary consequences. We must not allow artificial intelligence to compromise the values that are the very foundation of a free and vibrant press. It is imperative that we maintain a free and fair media environment. The fourth estate plays a pivotal role in a democratic society by serving as the watchdog of government, holding those in power accountable, and providing citizens with the information they need to make informed decisions. What we see very frequently, they have become stakeholders. They have become stakeholders in power, stakeholders in political directional approach. They have become stakeholders to come out as prominent influencers. That is the last job they should be ever doing if they wish to be in the profession. In the era of artificial intelligence, media organizations must stand united in their commitment to journalistic ethics, unbiased reporting, and unwavering dedication to public's right to know the facts. India is on the rise as never before. The entire world is stunned by the growth of India. The technological penetration is to the last person, to the villages. But look at the space media gives to issues that don't have self-life, even a few hours. Media needs to reflect, rethink, soul search, and be soulmate of ethics and high degree of professionalism. I would like to take this opportunity before this august audience, well-informed audience, an audience that matters to the segment I am addressing, to emphasize the importance of protecting press freedom. A free media is cornerstone of any democratic nation, a vibrant democracy, and ours is one. No country in the world can claim to have such kind of democratic institutions, constitutionally sanctified, right from the village to the state and to the center. It is the duty of the government, civil society, and media organizations to collaborate in preserving and strengthening this fundamental democratic pillar. It is only in such environment that media can blossom and serve the public at large. But if those who are required to keep the environment free become pollutants, then the situation is indeed very worrisome and of deep concern to every citizen who loves Bharat. As we celebrate National Press Day, we must remember the countless journalists who have dedicated their lives to reporting the truth, often at great personal risk. I congratulate journalists. They have done a great job during COVID. The journalists at grassroots level are performing excellently. The problem is at one level where iconic status has been given to some, and they have forgotten both ethics, professionalism contours, engaging in due diligence, and thriving on credentials bestowed on them, on parameters that are baffling and of great concern. I am a sufferer. I am therefore telling you, as Governor State of West Bengal, I suffered. A senior journalist saying on Twitter, I was summoning the Chief Minister of West Bengal every day. My Twitter account is in public domain. Not a single instance. How can a journalist pick up courage to go to that extent? We in public life do not take recourse to coercive mechanism against journalists. We believe in the wisdom of the institutions like Press Council and the press associations to take care of such derailed minds. Someone must check about it. I am one who would honor the courage of conviction of journalists who engage in due diligence, investigate the truth, put it in public domain, and financially they are compromised because they don't get enough. We must do all we can to see that our young professionals whose passion is journalism, whose mission is truth, they seek to execute everything in public welfare by inviting attention of all concerned to the hard realities, ground realities, and the truth. Friends, as we celebrate the National Press Day with the theme Media in the Era of Artificial Intelligence, I want to reaffirm our commitment to a free and responsible press. I am sometimes stunned, baffled. Without check, a narrative is set afloat to tarnish, demean, taint our established institutions. It is done on considerations that are extraneous. It is done with intentions that are far from being bona fide. It is done in a manner which is far distanced from journalistic ethics and commitment. I am sure the distinguished audience will take note of it and rise as a class to ensure that such sinister forces with nefarious designs to target our nationalism are effectively dealt with. Your silence will resonate in the ears of those who love the nation, and I'm sure you will speak out. Artificial intelligence may be a powerful tool, and it is there. I can assure you, friends, it is not a substitute to human touch. It is not. The commitment to truth and the unwavering dedication of journalists that will continue to make the media a force for good in our society is indispensable. No technology, no disruptive technology can be a substitute of a well-informed, conscientious journalist. The Press Council of India should take quick action against those deliberately spreading fake news and compromising professional ethics. It is not the time to show teeth. It is time to bite. And the bite must be strong because those who are serving with high ethical standards must be encouraged only by those not doing so, being visited with exemplary consequences. Friends, I have no doubt. Media is not a power center or stakeholder in real politics. Ground reality is, it is doing everything under the sun to be power center. Not only a stakeholder in real politics, it seeks to control it. It seeks to influence it. It is so painful that some journalists have taken it upon themselves to change the course of democratic process, contrary to the ground sentiments. We need to be alive to such dangers. This is not the time to avoid addressing what ails the media. We can't put it on the carpet. The problem is too serious. We have to deal with it. A ground reality, it is commerce driven. It's a ground reality. It floats narratives. It has become a stakeholder, most unfortunately, agitation sustainability. It seeks the role of partisan influencer in democratic process. Even in the matters that threaten our security, terrorism, the media has to show responsibility, which at the moment I do not see. I am in a tunnel to the extent media's wisdom is concerned. I am in a tunnel where I don't see the light at the moment. You all in the room have to show the light. Friends, let us move forward with the spirit of innovation and responsibility, harnessing the potential of artificial intelligence while unfolding the principles of journalism that we have served well for generations. I have no doubt, together, we can navigate this new era and ensure that the progressive media remains a beacon of truth, accountability in our democracy. Thank you, and let us make this National Press Day a resounding celebration of the power of the free press in the era of artificial intelligence. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing such an insightful talk. May I now request all the dignitaries and distinguished guests, participants, to rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंग तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir. All distinguished guests and participants, please rise on the departure of the Honorable Vice President. Thank you so much. Yes. Yes. All the esteemed participants are requested to kindly get back to their seats. We shall continue with, after a short break, after the dignitaries see off our Vice President.
In the digital age faces a new adversary, the diminishing attention span. No one's clicking, no one's engaging is a sentiment that resonates with many. The media's noble role has always been multifaceted, delivering truthful accounts, educating the public, and ensuring a platform for diverse viewpoints. Artificial intelligence engagement with media has been groundbreaking, to say the least. It has brought innovations like big data journalism, allowing us to uncover stories from vast data mountains. Many of these papers have been by eminent media organizations whose representatives are very much sitting in this room. Artificial intelligence is already transforming our news consumption experiences, from Lisa on OTV and Sana on Aaj Tak to AI Core on News 18, Punjab, Haryana and Saundarya on Power TV. It's evident that Hindi and regional news channels are embracing the potential of artificial intelligence with huge enthusiasm. Media entities that view technology as an enhancement to human talent, not a substitute, have been able to rejuvenate investigative and documentary journalism. Soon I foresee diving into artificial intelligence crafted audio and video pieces, immersing into narratives as never before. Envision news stories coming alive thanks to artificial intelligence driven virtual and augmented reality, transcending the barriers of traditional storytelling and inviting us into a realm of unprecedented engagement and insight. However, while acknowledging these remarkable strengths, it is essential to be acutely aware of the significant harm that an unchecked artificial intelligence usage in media might introduce to our democracy. And therefore, whatever we do has to be innovation bias, but with responsibility. Artificial intelligence, large language models like humans can have biases. If trained on biased data sets, it mirrors these biases and can propagate these biases. Large language models also lack dynamic real-world data and sometimes have missing data in its training data sets. This often leads to absurd and incorrect inferences by these models, termed as hallucinations. Curating personalized news with the aid of artificial intelligence through enticing, risk-creating echo chambers in our society, limiting our exposure to diverse perspectives. Deepfake technology threatens to distort reality itself, and this will become a huge challenge. And let's not forget the grave ethical conundrums which is being discussed across the globe. If an artificial intelligence large language models used to inform the public goes astray, who is to blame? How would we hold a model accountable? What will the Press Council do in such cases? To chart a course through this complex terrain, I'm convinced that adopting some specific measures can make a substantial positive difference. First, media organizations will have to relentlessly embed transparency as its core ethos with respect to its content. There should be clear communication on news artifacts which are artificial intelligence generated. Citizens should foremost be aware of the source of the content they are engaging with. Secondly, proactively ensure humans are in the loop. It's imperative for media organizations to deploy artificial intelligence responsibly and in collaboration with human journalists. While artificial intelligence can process and generate content rapidly, the discerning eye and critical judgment of a journalist will be crucial to guarantee the accuracy and integrity of the news we consume. Thirdly, in the field of journalism education, incorporating artificial intelligence into the learning curriculum is now critically important. Journalists must not only master artificial intelligence tools and technologies, but also delve deep into the ethical and legal nuances that accompany the advent of artificial intelligence in news reporting and content creation. And fourthly, media organizations must focus on leveraging artificial intelligence systems which embed within its code cultural contexts. Going forward, seeking and deploying artificial intelligence models which are culturally sensitive recognizing the nuances of historical, political, and social context, would truly augment the collaborative frontier of both media and artificial intelligence. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, for artificial intelligence to optimally serve us, particularly in the media landscape, its course shouldn't solely depend in the hands of major tech companies or an elite few. We need to consider the ethical, social, and environmental consequence of this technology actively and rigorously as a society. In keeping with the principles of democracy, shaping artificial intelligence's role in society should be a collaborative effort, as it resonates with and definitely affects us all. Ladies and gentlemen, as artificial intelligence intertwines with media, the trust of citizens will become the cornerstone to determine where their fleeting attentions land. The critical thinking and valuable experience of journalists will emerge as an invaluable asset. In this era saturated with information, wisdom will inevitably guide us towards a selective intake. And within this curated consumption, credibility will play the critical and deciding role. Let me conclude by reaffirming my belief in the importance of the fourth state for our democracy. I hope that as media traverses the journey of adapting to this new age, it responsibly informs critical debates which is worthy of a growing and advancing nation, which will be soon a $5 trillion economy and sooner than later a $10 trillion economy. A media which embraces civility, upholds respect, and refocuses on the values that truly matter. A media which creates a unified space where we all converge to debate, discuss, dissent, so that we can decide our path ahead. Let's embrace the future, for in the future it will be as much human as it will be artificial. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your insights. May I now request Honorable Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Dr. L. Murugan, to please address the gathering.
Honorable Minister of Information and Broadcasting and Sports and Youth Affairs, respected Shri Anurag Singh Thakur ji, Chairperson, Press Council of India, Srimati Justice Ranjana Prakash Desai ji, G20 Serba and ex-CEO Nidhi Ayog, Sri Amitabh Kant ji, Secretary Press Council of India, Mr. Auji, members of Press Council of India, senior officers from Government of India, respected journalists, friends from media, ladies and gentlemen, dignitaries, good evening to you all. At the beginning, I thank our Honorable Vice President of India, Sri Jagdeep Dhankarji, who graced this function. Honorable Vice President words have enlightened all of us. Friends, today, November 16th, is the National Press Day. On this day, Press Council of India was established. I congratulate the Press Council and the Press family on this momentous occasion. A healthy and vibrant democracy promotes a healthy and vibrant press, and a vibrant and professional press ensures the vibrancy of the democracy. That's why the founding fathers of our Constitution have placed freedom of speech as under the fundamental right. The press and responsible press adheres to the norms of journalistic ethics and standards, does a great service in nation buildings. And the Press Council of India has continuously played its role on this. Ladies and gentlemen, in this continuous changing landscape of the technology, the press too have continuously adopted the changes happening within and outside. The evolution of printing technology, the entry of electronic media, and now the digital technology, our press has successfully handled these transitions. The digital media has enormous reach and impact This Diwali, our Prime Minister, Honorable Shri Narendra Modi ji, appealed the citizen to use the power of digital media to support local talent, encourage the creativity of fellow Indians with vocal for local. Digital media has ensured access to all and availability for all. It has revolutionized the way the news is being made available. The digital landscape is expanding at rapid pace. We in Information and Broadcasting Ministry, under the dynamic leader of Shri Anurag Singh Thakur ji, have continuously using various reforms to remain ahead of the curve. Last week we released Digital Advertisement Policy 2023 also, paving the way for wider government outreach in the digital era. The artificial intelligence is inherent part of the digital revolution. AI-powered technologies can help journalists in several ways. The enormous powers and processing has developed a unique set of abilities to perform human operations. I have seen Indian startups using this AI innovatively to overcome language barriers in many media-related activities. So it is the technology that we must carefully look at it. It is the way which we must learn to ride on. Mr. Amitabh Kant has enlightened us on this topic, so I will not add much further. Friends, after all, AI is just a technology. Over last several decades and centuries, various technologies have emerged and got observed in human activities like previous technologies. The AI also has sparked debates on the matters of copyright, creativity, originality, not just economical or political space, but these debates have gone into the realism of philosophy, ethics, morality as well. Our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi has emphasized the importance of using AI in an ethical manner. Like every other technology, the use of AI also requires ethical human oversight, embedded with strong value-based work culture. And here the role of Press Council of India becomes crucial. It will have to develop ways and means to ensure and uphold professional standards and ethics in the journalism. And I am confident that our journalist fraternity and the Press Council are in the task in this matter. Within these words, I once again congratulate the Press Council and the press journalists on this occasion. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. May I request Honorable Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Youth Affairs and Sports, Shri Anurag Singh Thakur, to please address the August gathering.
Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy, Dr. L. Muruganji, Chairperson, Press Council of India, Shrimati Ranjana Prakash Desai ji, G20 Sherpa and today's keynote speaker, Shri Amitabh Kant ji, Secretary, Press Council of India, Nang Sang Lemba ji, ladies and gentlemen, friends from media, Namaste, a very good evening to all of you. We gather here today at Vigyan Bhavan to celebrate the pivotal role that the media plays in our democratic fabric. Since today's topic is artificial intelligence, so I was tempted to test the use of ChatGPT to draft my speech. However, I assure you, these are my own words. Friends, on the National Press Day, I extend my warm wishes to the media fraternity. It is a day of reaffirmation of our collective commitment to responsible journalism. As Bharat is poised to become the third largest economy in next few years, I look forward to the media playing an increasingly constructive role in not only in highlighting the story of transforming India, but also the hopes, aspirations of billion voices from across various regions and sectors. National Press Day honors the tireless commitments of journalists dedicated to strengthening our democracy. We stand at a crucial point in history, witnessing rapid global evolution driven by advancing technology. But as the Vice President of India in his speech said, that the journalist in India and across the world has played a very, very important role along with the frontline workers, warriors during the COVID-19 pandemic. Many have lost their lives, but they have played their role as a responsible journalist to bring the stories and the facts from the ground to all of us and to the world across. I extend my appreciation to the Press Council of India for fostering a meaningful debate on today's theme, Media in the Era of Artificial Intelligence, inviting diverse insights. Friends, the digital age has ushered in a new era where artificial intelligence is increasingly used to produce news content. While artificial intelligence undoubtedly adds a new dimensions to news reporting, it is crucial to recognize its limits. In my view, there can be some practical uses of artificial intelligence in its current form, such as the internet is teeming with fake news and the whole world is grappling with its menace. We are also entering an era of deep fakes, and we have recently seen some examples. So we are also entering an era of deep fakes and AI-generated images and content. It is increasingly difficult for users to identify fact from fiction. Deep learning AI tools can now be used to both source and fact-check a story in order to identify fake news. Tools to watermark AI-generated content on various platforms, especially that of news media, can also be useful as a differentiating marker to content created by humans. Further, AI has already made some aspects of human intervention in the digital news redundant. Today's creators are increasingly using AI-assisted caption tools to caption their video content. AI is also being used to edit audio and video content. AI is also assisting in instant language translations. AI tools are also instantly able to transcribe live press conference and provide text for writing stories or voiceovers. Apart from monitoring of user behavior, finding data patterns in user engagement, and dissemination of targeted news to the end consumer, AI is able to do these roles with ease. As a result, human intervention in the news industry is increasingly needed to review and ensure quality checks wherever there is AI intervention. And here is pertinent to point out that the role of news or the content editor in newsroom can never be fully replaced by artificial intelligence. The nuances of years of experience, context, and oversight that an editor brings will always be a step ahead of artificial intelligence. After all, AI is as good as the data and the algorithms at the back end that defines its deliverables. Friends, the Press Council of India, in its background note, rightly raises concerns about the AI's potential to create convincing deepfakes that propagate fake news and disinformation. It is crucial to ensure that the AI models do not adopt biases from their training data, thus compromising media integrity. Effectively addressing and mitigating these challenges is our collective responsibility, taking necessary precautions to uphold journalistic integrity and ensures the responsible use of artificial intelligence in the media. Friends, India, that is Bharat, is a country with rich tapestry of diversity and has always cherished the principles of freedom, and this extends to the freedom of the press. Our government staunchly believes in upholding the value of the democracy and ensuring that the media operates without undue interference. In fact, Bharat boasts a vibrant and free press, providing a platform for diverse voices and opinions. It is crucial to address the persistent misconceptions propagated by certain Western biases regarding the portrayal of Bharat and its media. The colonial hangover often skews perceptions, and we assert that our media landscape is dynamic, reflective, and stands on its own merit. India's media is a reflection of its cultural richness, and we must take pride in the contributions to make it to the global discourse. However, even as we celebrate the freedom of the press, we cannot turn a blind eye to those who seek to undermine the spirit of our nation. There are individuals and media outlets that consistently spread fake propaganda against Bharat, both domestically and internationally. It is our collective responsibility to challenge such narratives, expose the falsehoods, and ensures that truth prevails. Friends, in the era of artificial intelligence, where technology shapes the way the information is disseminated, it becomes imperative for the media to remain cautious. We live in a world where misinformation can be amplified with a click of a button. Our government encourages the media to adopt a discerning approach, avoiding the pitfalls of sensationalism, and steering clear of narratives that may harm the fabric of our society. We firmly believe that the media must act as a responsible pillar of our democracy, calling out fake narratives in the open. It is essential to safeguard the interest of our nation and avoid providing space to anti-India views that can threaten the unity and integrity we hold dear. As we navigate the evolving landscape of media in the era of artificial intelligence, our government is committed to supporting initiatives that harness technology for the greater good. We envision a media ecosystem that embraces innovation while upholding the values that define our great nation. In conclusion, let us reaffirm our commitment to free, responsible, and dynamic media that contributes to the progress and unity of our nation. On this National Press Day, let us celebrate the power of truth and responsible journalism, working hand in hand to build a stronger and more resilient Bharat. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Shri Nang